Hello everyone and welcome for watching. I don't really know what this is gonna be, I'm just kinda recording. Maybe I'm just recording for myself, maybe I will upload it, I don't know yet. I kinda just wanna talk because it's been kinda empty today. Not a lot of things happened. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes in life it's just kinda empty. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. This is just gonna be literally whatever my brain spits out I'm gonna talk about. Maybe I will not, I don't know what this is gonna be. I thought I'd just play some music and record my thoughts and feelings that I'm currently feeling, because recently it's been one of my, I guess, coping mechanisms to just record and talk. I've been VTubing for some time. I've been, I always try to do things with my life. There's always this goal lingering in the back of your mind that you want to do something. I think every human has the desire to be special, to do things, to make an imprint on the world, because at the end of the day we don't know what's after. It doesn't matter if you're a theist or an atheist, you literally, you can say you have proof, you can say you don't have proof. I personally don't see a reason to believe that there is something after. I know it helps some people to live. I know it gives them a sense of meaning. And that's good. If you have a reason to live, and that reason is good enough for you, then keep going like that. It's good to have something in life that pushes you forward. For me personally, religion just never seemed like something that I could trust. But I get it. Everyone likes to deal with life in their own ways. I guess it probably also helps with not feeling as empty, not getting existential dread. I've also had my experiences with that. Sometimes I just lie and wake at night thinking, what if I just die? I guess this isn't really something that people talk about that much. It is still a conversation that is worth having, because you kind of need to get to terms with what you feel, There isn't much in life that proves to you that your existence has worth. You gotta give that reason yourself. There is no real meaning to life, I guess. For me personally, I know it's stupid, but material wealth is one of the best things a human can have in a mortal world like this. Even though religion tries to give you more sense to think of it like your life is gonna be over at some point, but you can be still happy with it because you might have an afterlife. And that really helps some people. And I get that. It just never seemed like something that would work for me. And currently, specifically today, has been kinda just empty. So I kinda just wanna play some music, unwind, chill a little bit. Originally I wanted to play some stuff with some friends today. I tried to, but they got busy and we didn't end up playing that long. We did play though. It was fun. For the most part. Like, obviously, you gotta be grateful for the friends that you have. They are everything you have that isn't materialism. Or family, I guess. But for me personally, my family has never been worth that much. And I think that's part of the reason why I feel empty sometimes. You kinda like, obviously you, like, humans are kinda expected to have families. You are expected to have someone you can fall back onto. I mean, I have my mom. My sister would probably also talk to me if I wanted her to. I just don't feel like it. And if you nothing you have besides your family and your friends, and you you don't have one of them, then it kind of sucks. I guess this is really depressing. This isn't meant to be like that. I don't mean to be talking about sad shit that much. I thought about like using my VTuber model with which I stream on Twitch and like YouTube sometimes. But I don't feel like attaching myself too much to this. I feel like if people find this, then they will. If they don't, then they don't. Again, I don't know if I will even keep this recording, as it's kind of just it's kind of just sad. It's just me talking into the void because I feel like it connects me, I guess. A good way to say it. Like, yeah, everyone has their things they want to talk about to someone, I guess. Like, the one thing that I never got about humans, there are things you want to talk about. And I know that, like, everyone has things they want to talk about. But you don't want to talk about them, you know? Like, just a conversation that you want to have, but you don't want to deal with starting it. I don't want to go to my friends, talk to them about stuff like this, especially on days when they're busy anyways. You kinda just wanna be there for other people. Everyone always says, oh, if you need help with something, you can talk to me. Everyone says that because you want your friends to be happy. But somehow, I don't know why, but your own life never matters as much as the life of a friend. At least to you personally. Which is like, I know this is a horrible mindset, but it's a mindset all of us share, I think. I like putting my own life in front of that of people that I don't care about, but for the people that I do care about, there is nothing more important in my life than them being happy. You always want other people to be happier than you. Because I don't think like a single person on this earth is 100% content with how they live. There is always something you wanna change, or you could change, or you could improve, or something you just wanna change. I sure as hell know. But if you were your own friend, the way you could... Let me try it again. If you were your own friend, you would care about your own life more, I think. Your own life doesn't matter to you in that sense, because if you die, it won't matter if you die. Your own life will be over. The thing you really care about is the life of the others you might leave behind. I think it's like the main reason a lot of people still live just speaking in general, from my feelings, if you, how do I say this? If there is something you wanna change, no, this thought isn't going anywhere. In your own life, there is always something you wanna change, but friends you can see as perfect, I guess. You can see like the issues that some of your friends might have, and you can see some small things, you know? But you're never gonna criticize a friend the way you criticize yourself. It's kinda ironic how even those that do value themselves value their friends above all. I like to think that I'm a person who cares about his own life to a good degree. Like, I care about my life because I know I can be happy if I'm just, I guess, doing better than I am right now. I know that I can improve. I know that there are things I can improve about myself to move on, to be happier. But you're never gonna go to a friend and criticize them the way you criticize yourself. I forgot to bring any keys, this sucks. I could never go to, like, if I wasn't myself and rather I was just a friend of mine, I wouldn't go to myself. I wouldn't tell myself the issues that I see. But because it's in my brain, I know the issues that I see. It's really not that it's big issues. It's minor shit. It's like, oh, I would be happier if I could, like, wear different things, if I could openly be proud of who I am. I want people to be happy and proud of who they are, but I know that I can't to the degree that I want other people to. I know that my friends are probably proud of me as well. I'm hoping that they're happy with, like, this sounds so wrong, but I hope that they're happy with the person that I am. There is no real way to know that the people you value you as well, I guess. It's the best way to put it. No one can tell you the things that you wanna hear as much as a friend. But some friends just don't know what you want to hear. And it's kind of important to tell them what you want to hear. But on the other hand, it feels egotistical to go to a friend and say, hey, I want to hear you saying that you're proud of me. I want to hear you saying that you like spending time with me. Because at the end of the day, we are still humans. That is still cringe to say. It is still wrong, I guess, to a certain degree, to show your happiness with other people. It isn't wrong. That was a wrong way to say that. It isn't wrong, it's just hard to say the things you want to hear and you want to say to people. You can tell them some things, but you can never be... I think a lot of people can't go to their friend and say, I value you. And I think that because I am someone who struggles with that. I know that I couldn't go to a friend and tell them, hey, like, I just like you the way you are, you make me happy and stuff. At the end of the day, regardless of if you like, I'm just going off my own experience here, but I think that most people have issues like that, and that is all rooted in like the toxic ancient toxic ancient vision of you cannot allow your feelings to show through, because if you do, you kind of just display yourself as weak, and it's so fucking toxic to think that, but it's just kind of true. There is no way to change that quickly. I think at this point we're more likely to die out through climate change than like move past toxic masculinity or past the toxic ancient ways, I guess. I think there will never be a true humanity, true happiness on this planet. That sounds so pessimistic and I fucking hate it, but like, realistically speaking, how likely is it that humans actually accept people for who they are? There will always be some sort of racism or discrimination of any kind. It's kind of just how we're built. We are built to hate, I guess. Not directly hate. We just have our biases, and those biases are what makes us toxic as life forms, I guess. But I think that's just how life works. You wouldn't survive without bias. I don't think there's a single species on Earth that wouldn't be biased that wouldn't have some sort of bias in our position. I'm sure every species has things they are biased against because there are things they are scared of. Kind of just how things work in life, and it's kind of sad. But it's also something you just gotta accept at some point. Like you gotta just accept that there will not be. Like you can try, you can be the best human you want to see. That's really all you can do. You can't force your own world image upon them, otherwise they might hate you even more. You can't really spread your happiness either, because if you are happy, like, people are gonna see this as indoctrination, even though you just want other people to have happiness, I guess. Oh no, it's so horrible. We are so manipulating. We just want. How dare we try to make people more tolerant? How dare we try to make people happier? At the end of the day, there is no real way to know that if there will be that world. I just don't think there will. I don't think there is a way to make humanity the amount of happy that it should deserve to be. That was quite the yap. I'm not sure if I said everything that I wanted to say. Is there anything else I wanna say? Any more feelings? You know, the reason why this whole talk today started, like why I made this video, why I'm talking, why I'm recording myself talk, is because I kinda just wanna not just talk into the void. I want this to be remembered, at least by myself. I want this to... It's sort of like self-therapy, I guess. Except that I might be posting it. I still don't know if I will. It will definitely be on some random ass channel. Like, it will not be my main channel. You will not know my main channel. I'm just ranting over here, talking about some fucking depressive ass shit. It is easy to discriminate. And that's kind of why a lot of people do it. If you are the majority, you always have the ability to punch down. And unfortunately, even if you aren't the majority, at some point you get comfortable with the privilege you have. The most privileged among the discriminated are always the worst. If you are a minority, quote unquote, but you still have a privilege within that minority, then that's the worst kind of person you could be. That's at least what I think. Every time I met someone who was in a minority position and at the same time had a group they belonged to, they were always horrible people. This doesn't mean that you are a horrible person for being in one of those groups. You just gotta like stand above it. You gotta not fall into the elitism of knowing that you are safe, quote unquote. Oh, it seems this game is about to crash. Yeah. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. So at least I know where I have to go now. I don't really need the laser item. It's not necessary. Not very good anyways. I mean, like, having an active wouldn't hurt, but still. I lost my train of thought there. I just hope that I don't have to go that direction in order to beat the floor. There is just... Man, I really lost what I wanted to say. Right. If you are in a privileged position among a minority, don't get comfortable. Because you are still a minority. And people will still kick you down. At some point. If you get too comfortable. For example, like... This will be, like, maybe controversial to say. But white gay men are, like, the most privileged minority there is. And that's an issue. Because, don't get me wrong. Like, okay, I'm not completely in the same boat as them, as I am technically a form of trans, with me being gender fluid. But how do I say this? There is a... They are in a position where they are mildly uncomfortable, but still privileged. They aren't black, so they don't deal with racism. They aren't trans, so they aren't technically in the crossfire as much. But they are still discriminated, don't get me wrong there. They are discriminated. They're just not as discriminated as others. And I know that, like, the oh no, I'm more of a victim, that's fucking bullshit. Okay. I fucking hate this discussion. There aren't strong and I guess there aren't strong and weaker victims. We are all victims of oppression. It's just that if you are in a position like some gay white man, they are so privileged at this point, and they are privileged. You cannot tell me that they aren't, because they literally are. They still have a privilege that other people don't have. If you are in that position of being not completely oppressed, or like oppressed less, and in some parts even accepted, on one hand, it's good that you're accepted. On the other hand, if you get comfortable and now start kicking down on trans people, then you are gonna be the next ones on the chopping block. You will be the next ones that will get kicked down as soon as the trans people are lost, I guess. There is no reason for them to keep you around anymore. They don't accept you. Bigots never accept you. They never do. They only learn to deal with you for time being. And as soon as you have fulfilled your purpose, kicking down on trans people with the other people, as long as as soon as you are like part of the others, and all of the others are gone, so that they don't have to deal with it anymore, then you are gonna be next. You will be the next goal. You will be the next person to be sacrificed. I guess sacrificed seems a bit extreme. But is it? Is it really extreme at this point? Because you will be the next. Minorities will always get discriminated if we let them pass through that. You just need to not accept any form of discrimination in order to be happy. In order to like, how do I say this? For you to for sure know that you will have a good life, you first need to accept everyone else as a minority. And that's also why, like, having people that aren't part of the community having people that aren't part of the community raise their voices is very important. Because we are still a minority. Like, I don't know how many percent of the world are queer, but I'm sure it's below 50%. And with queer, I mean like all kinds of non-normal, I guess. This really went off track. I mean, I'm known for my weird ass going all over the place rants. I don't know. I still don't know if I'm gonna post this, and I don't think I will ever be truly sure. I'm just gonna do it or not do it. If you see this, then you know that I did it. If there is like everyone in this world has issues with how their life goes. And some people just eat it into themselves. And for me personally, it just helps to record this. Not even if I upload it or not. It just helps. The knowledge of like not being truly alone, because You might upload it. You might have a reason to talk. You might have a reason to say all the things you always wanted to say. There is no true right way to cope with life. But if you feel just kind of empty sometimes, and you feel like this could help you, then do it. You are like, you don't have to upload it, you just have to record it. So you have the feeling of like knowing I'm not alone right now. And there's always like, you always will have the memories of this. Because if you record it, or you don't even have to record it, I guess. The recording just helps me personally. And it is helpful to record it because you will be able to look back at it. You can look back at the issues you had, the things you were facing. I guess growing up, I'm still like not that old, so I guess I still kind of count as growing up. Knowing that you have this as a recording can help. You can think back to the times, oh, I remember when I had those issues. I remember when I thought about those things and I moved past it. Or, yeah, that's still an issue, but I learned to deal with it better. Then it helps you, it gives you self-reflection, you know? Well, I still haven't unlocked the Polaroid, so this is where it ends. I guess if someone sees this, thank you for watching. If this doesn't get uploaded, thank me for watching. I don't know if I will ever upload something like this again. I just felt like this is important to me right now. I want to talk about it. So thank you. And have a good night.